Twig and the Henson, but I'm going to use these two razors with my best blades in both. So with the Henson, it is the feather blade, and with the Leaf Twig, it is the Gillette Nasset blade. So it should be a great comparison today. Yeah, it's so cold outside. You know, my beard, it's only 2 days, but it being so cold outside, it's raining. You know, it's just nasty here in Ohio right now. It's just, you know, that time of the season. Now, I did put some water in the pot, so I'm going to let it bloom. Or I've been letting it bloom for, I don't know, I think it's been in there like a minute. So I'm going to start pouring some of that out and go in for a pre-shave. You know, just to, I do this a lot. I do it with Sterling soaps as well. One nice thing about this soap is it's tallow based as well. So going in with my Simpson synthetic T3 knot, great knot, doesn't take much. You don't have to soak this thing in water. Okay. And that's about all it's going to take. So I'm just going to start applying this on. This soap did a really good job last shave I had. So I'm curious, because every soap, you know, has its own, you know, characteristics. So it's going to be interesting, and I don't really want to do a review on it till I've used it several times, and you know, I know how to use it. So I just added more water to the tips, trying to get this stuff to pop. Yep, and it's starting to. Oh yeah. Yeah, this stuff pops as well. Okay. A little wet, so I'll just keep working this in. So I had a package sent to my house yesterday with my address and someone else's name, and I'm like, what the hell? So it was raining out, so I brought it inside, you know, called both of my neighbors. I'm like, hey, is there anyone in your household with this name? Because someone, you know, ordered this gaming chair, and I even looked it up. It was like, you know, a $200 gaming chair, had speakers and everything in it. So, you know, they're like, no, not us. And I'm thinking, because, you know, a lot of people send me stuff, especially from here on YouTube, but you normally send me an email saying, hey, you know, I'm sending you this, and, you know, even sometimes here's a tracking number. But yeah, no such thing. So I contacted, it was through FedEx. I contacted FedEx, and God, that took me like 45 minutes just to say, you know, this person made a mistake. Give them my address instead of their own. I didn't understand that, but whatever. I didn't want the guilt factor. A lot of people were saying, dude, just keep it. And I'm like, man, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Some kid is waiting for this chair to come in, and, you know, it's not going to arrive. What the hell? I'd be upset. So, yeah, I just didn't want the guilt. And I think karma has a lot to play with that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Bad karma, bad things happen. Let's see, we're going to load a feather blade into the, you know, just feather blades. I'm going to load that into the Henson. So, you know, I'm just going to unwrap it. I did buy 100 pack of these, you know, see how much aggression you can get. So the Henson AL-13, it's a 3-piece razor. So there's the top cap. Okay, there's the top cap. And then I just put the bottom plate on, okay, like so. And then put in the barrel. And the nice thing is down here at the bottom, that's a tungsten insert into that aluminum, so you don't have to worry about, you know, stripping out your barrel. It's never happened to me with a razor, but you know, people have commented, hey, you know, I've stripped out quite a few. I'm thinking, are you really taking care of it? The Leaf Twig, which is their mild razor as well, I'm going to be putting in the gelatinous blade. And me, I like the tabs where you break them pointing down. I seem to get a very consistent shave every time by doing that. And you know, I'm just rotating this around to get it up. Find the tabs, get them pointing down. And the nice thing is it has a magnet, so you can kind of like put it on there and then just align it up to the two posts and crank her down. And there we go. We are aligned. All right. So now that those are loaded, I'm going to go back in here and, you know, lather up a little bit more. I like shave soap or cream to sit on my face, you know, to start softening up my hairs. If you go this route, it's going to sit on your face a lot longer. That's going to help you out in the long run. Okay, I'm just going to add a little more water down here. My neck is my sensitive area. More to the cheeks. Okay. Got a great lather going with that soap. Yeah, they obviously know what they're doing at Hoffman's. This stuff is, well, last shave, it was great. I'm going to go in with the Henson first, and we're going to go on this side. Yeah, that feather blade, it works very well in this razor for me. One thing I've noticed that I'm doing is I'm holding the razor like this, like putting my index finger higher up on the barrel and letting it drag on my face and just adding a little bit of tension in the index finger. Because I'll add too much pressure if I just hold it like this and go down my face. I can't control the pressure as much. So that might be something, you know, you guys might want to try as well. She's good. Down below with the grain, add a little bit more down here. Yeah. Okay, good first pass. A little bit, but you know, always plan on doing a 2-pass shave at least. All right, Leaf Twig. Beautiful. I mean, this Twig razor in a gelatinous, it's my setup for this razor. And see how I hold this razor? I don't have to put an index finger out here to shave. But let me try it. Yeah, it just doesn't feel comfortable that way. If I hold it like I normally hold a razor like this, I get a good shave. The Henson, if I hold it like I said, with the index finger, it works out better for me. Okay, down below. Wow, just effortless with this guy. Look at this. I'm just gonna do it all with this one. When it comes to detailing, the Twig is the king. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, so the first pass, still some there. Still some on both sides. There might be, it's about the same. Here it's about the same. Down here as well. Looks wise, it looks like the leaf might have got a little more over here on the first pass. On the cheeks, they look about the same. So, I'm just gonna go right back in and lather up for the second time. So I worked this morning. I've got a doctor's appointment this afternoon to schedule surgery for, well, shouldn't say schedule, to set up surgery for my my right hip. Already had the left one done last year, and now I gotta have the right one done. So really looking forward to getting that surgery done. I'm starting to struggle now on what used to be my good hip, and the one I've had fixed, that one feels great now. Yeah, it just feels wonderful. All right, so this soap on the second pass, is it popping? Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay. Got me a little worried there. It's like, is it gonna pop, or do I gotta add more soap to it? But no, it's popping. All right, so I always squeeze my, shave soap out of there and start adding that in, to my face. Now, if you notice, I concentrate more on my neck because it's my sensitive part. It's not my cheeks. I generally don't cut my cheeks. All right, so we're gonna set that aside. Going back in with the Henson for across the green. I try to do things offhand. I'm not good at it offhand, so I'm just gonna I'll backhand it. That's good. Okay. Against the grain. Now, I used to go across the grain when I first started using a safety razor. I don't do that anymore. What I noticed is if having a sensitive neck, lower neck area, if I go across the grain down here, nothing but skin irritation. And it's a tip that I got from one of our viewers, and thanks, Dan, for giving me that tip over a year ago. And you were awesome, brother. So I don't go across the grain anymore. I just go with the grain, and then I go against the grain twice. Okay, good pass. Thorn razor. Okay. I don't know if you can notice, when I'm shaving, I'm just way more confident with this thing than I am the Henson. This thing, I don't think I've ever nicked myself with the Twig. Like it's... I mean, just beautiful. Okay. All right, we got that completed. 2 passes. Feel about the same there. Yeah, about the same there too. Underneath. Yeah, I mean, that's damn good for both of them. I could do touch up. I'm not going to. I feel a little bit of irritation. So I'm going to go right in with the alum block here. This will let you know how good your shave was. Okay, nothing over here. Little sting here. Little down here. Little here. Nothing. Yeah, pretty much identical, you know, on both sides. Yeah, I'm gonna go pretty much identical. When I say a little stinging, I mean it's a slight burn. If I'm really agitated, I always let you guys know. So it's just a slight burn. The nice thing is what that alum block does is, you know, helps close all those pores on your face. If you did nick or, you know, you get a weeper, it seals it up pretty good without a septic pen. So it can do all that for you. Thayer's, one of my best finds in 2022. Real cheap. This stuff's like $11 on Amazon. Not expensive at all. And it's gonna keep your skin soft. And I generally go with, you know, Nivea as my after balm. But I wanted to give Hoffman's their due diligence and, you know, use their aftershave. So I don't know if you have to shake them up, but I'm going to. It is, it says EDT After Splash. 100 proof, which you think would make your face sting. It didn't the last time I used it. Oh, and it does have a regulator on it too, so that's kind of nice. So you're not, you know, wasting a ton of it. The smell, I haven't put a finger on it yet. My wife, she's not 100% sold on it. She likes, you know, more fruity, I don't know, kind of fragrances. So like that Executive Man, she's a big fan of on me, because one thing, it doesn't hang around, and this tends to hang around a lot, you know, but it's an aftershave splash. So if you wear this, yeah, don't plan on wearing any cologne, because this is gonna overtake it. It'd be a waste. All right, going over the shave now. Yeah, BBS. Yeah, well, a little bit there. Well, not really. Both are one heck of a razor. Henson and the Leaf Twig, with my favorite setups in both these. I have a Twig in this one and a Gillette Nasset in this one. For me, those are my two best setups so far in these razors. When I use both of my best blades in these, meaning DE blades, pretty much identical shaves. Everyone's always asked which one's better. I think it all depends on you. You know, if you don't want to snap blades, you know what I mean? Go for this one. If you're really new and you're having, you know, a hard time, or you don't want to have a hard time and, you know, this kind of razor scares you, you know, buy the Twig. But, you know, if you DE razors don't scare you, you know, go for this one. This one's lighter though. I mean, this one's twice as heavy as this, so you don't have to press as hard on your face, you know. This one's lighter. Like I said, I've been having to put my index finger up top here, you know, to help apply pressure, because if I hold it by the barrel, it seems like I'm pressing too hard, where if I put my finger up top, it's just enough pressure where it'll cut. But, you know, this one's a learning curve. But if you're new, they're both learning curves. In my mind, they're both great razors. You can't go wrong with either of them. And I'll link down below. And but hey, what a great shave. And if you want to see these both in action on my first video, check it out right here.